Hey, this is Carrie with Canary Quilts, and this is another edition of What's in the Box. And this is where I open my mail for you, my fabric and quilt related mail, and show you what I get. I have a subscription to Fat Quarter Shop's Sew Sampler. Why did I brain fart on that? Their Sew Sampler, which is a mystery quilt box that they send out once a month, and it's so much fun to open. I learn about so many new notions in here, so many new fabrics, and you get a pattern, and it's a lot of fun to open. And then I've got two of my Annie's Craft Store, Annie's Kit Club, sorry, two different websites, Annie's Kit Club subscriptions in here. So I'm going to open all of this for you, show you what I get. But also, if you follow me, I have finished some of my quilts. I've gotten them quilted, I've gotten them bound, and I just kind of want to do a little quilt show for you. Some of them are sew samplers. One of them was a quilt along that I did in February, and a couple of flag quilts that I just finished. So if you'll indulge me for just a minute, I'm going to go through my quilts. And then after that, we'll go down to my desk and open my mail. It's really exciting. All right, first up is my 2022 Designer Mystery Block of the Month. This took me a year. You get a block each month by a guest designer. It's Fat Quarter Shop exclusive, and this pattern was designed by Jocelyn Young. I'll write her name up because I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. And the fabrics are Nantucket Summer Collection by Camille Roskelly for Moda Fabrics. And the quilter is the Quilting Palette in Lady Lake, Florida, and it just turned out gorgeous, and I'm really, really happy with it. And by adding the borders, it turned into a queen-size quilt. So, beautiful! Next up is my Stronger Together quilt that I did. This was a Fat Quarter Shop quilt along for Black History Month, and the designer is Michelle Ramsey for Fat Quarter Shop. And they had a kit for this, but I didn't buy it. I used my own, and I used my Solid of the Month fabrics. That's why it's kind of like there's different color blues and stuff like that. But I think it turned out absolutely gorgeous. I was so happy with this quilt, and I just got it quilted, and I put little galaxies of swirls in my quilting up by the stars. And then down in the mountains, I did some like back and forth meandering, and I just love it. It's hanging in my house right now, and I'm so happy I did this quilt along. So much history behind this. She did such a beautiful job designing this for the people that she highlighted in this quilt along. I'm going to put a link down below. It is still available, and it's a free pattern, so you can grab it, use your own fabrics, and put it together. But the stars in the quilt represent Katherine Johnson, and she was a mathematician for NASA. And then the mountains were inspired by York, who was a slave who went with Meriwether Lewis and William Clark on their journey out west. And then the paths in between the mountains were inspired by Charles Young, who was a graduate from West Point, and he was assigned to Sequoia National Park, and he is the one who made roads and paths a priority in national parks. So then the other national parks followed his lead on that. It is really interesting, and I'm so happy I did this quilt. It turned out so pretty. Next up is a Sew Sampler quilt, and yes, I do Sew Sampler quilts. This one is called Trailblazer Quilt Pattern. It was the December Sew Sampler box. It was in the Joy in the Journey box, and it utilizes Fisherman's Bend Charm Packs, which is for Robert Kaufman Fabrics by Violet Craft. So it turned out really cute, and my mom helped me do this, and I think we might have done it in a day, cutting it and putting it together, and then I just did a great big meander for the quilting. Next up is another Sew Sampler I did, and this is from the August 2022 Sew Sampler box. It includes fabrics called Enchanted Emma Fat Quarter Bundle by Sherry and Chelsea for Moda Fabrics, and the pattern's called Enchanted. And this one, I kind of did a meander in all the colors of the quilt, and again, turned out super cute. All right, you just saw me open the Liberty box just a few days ago, and this is the quilt out of it. It did not take long to put together. I like this quilt. It's hanging sideways here, so I'm going to turn it so you can see that it looks like a flag. But it is Apple Pie Stateside Fat Quarter Bundle by Sweetwater from Motive Fabrics. And the quilt pattern that it came with in this sew sampler was called Apple Pie Wall Hanging Pattern. And I opened this 6 days ago. I put it together and I literally had to wait for basting spray to be delivered before I could put it together. But it turned out really cute. I really like it. And finally, I did a quilt out of the Summer Memories book that was put together by Susan. I don't know if it's Ache or Ake, if someone can let me know so I can say it correctly in the future. I put together this really cute quilt. Table topper is what I'm calling it, but there were 16 of these squares and I only did 4, and my mom helped me with this one also. But Fat Quarter Shop sent me this book, and there is about 7 quilt patterns and I think about 10 cross stitch patterns in it. So I've got a link to the book down below if you want to check it out. So thank you very much, Fat Quarter Shop, for sending the book, and thank you for going through my little quilt show. So let's open some packages. All right, let's get to opening. One thing I want to let you know is that down in the description below of this video are links to everything you're going to see here that I can link to, so that if you like something you see, you can go directly to it instead of having to search for it. So let's get started. This is from Annie's Kit Clubs, and I'm part of 2 kits. I like their new packaging. It's really cool. And I'll have a link down to just Annie's Kit Clubs because they have a ton of different clubs that you can be a part of that are all kinds of crafting. And I think there's even some kid clubs there. But I don't know what I'm going to pull out first, so let's see. Oh, this is the Fat Quarter. This is the Fat Quarter Club that I'm part of. And this one is called Lavender Market. And let's see what we got here. So I want to show you my fabrics that I got here, and I want to show you what I did with one of these kit clubs that I got. But you get, these are beautiful cottons too. So I'm part of a boutique and a solid of the month club, and a low volume, but not any kind of cottons like this. So these are just absolutely gorgeous. Look at those flowers. And also, you have like a digital bookcase or bookshelf at Annie's, and they will throw in a pattern there that you can use or suggest to use with these fat quarters. But look at, I love purple. This is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Now, I don't have a plan for these, but I come across a lot of patterns, so these kind of sit in my stash until I come across something that I can use them with. I love how they throw some solids in there too. And look at this, we've got solids and we've got stripes and we've got flowers. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'll put in the price of this. I don't remember right off the top of my head. Oh, it's $23.99 plus shipping for this. And you get 6 beautiful fat quarters. And they're cotton, and they feel really good. I don't know if they're all from the same designer, but it looks like it. It's called Lavender Market. I'll look it up and I'll throw the designer in right now too, where the fabric's from. But I will have a link to this Fat Quarter bundle down below if you want to check it out. If you don't want to be a part of the club every month, you can grab just this Fat Quarter bundle. But I want to show you what I did with one of the Fat Quarter bundles I got this spring. So Annie's Craft Store, which is a different website, sent me this Let's Go Puddling pattern, which is a bunch of like rain boots. And there's 16 in this. And I'll throw up a picture real quick of what the whole quilt looks like. But I used one of my Fat Quarter, actually I think I used 2 months worth of fat quarters in this to get a variety of boots. And you can see that we got the solids, we got kind of stripy ones, and then we've got our flowers and these birds. I got these birds, and when they sent me this pattern, I was like, this is a great application for these birds. So you can see that you don't really need to have something in mind when you get these. It's just kind of something shows up on your lap. You see a pattern, you're like, I know the perfect fabrics for that. So that's Annie's Kit Club's Fat Quarter Club that I'm a part of every month. And then so this means that this is my Yuletide Christmas kit. Hey, look at that. That's one of the first times it's pulled off for me. So each month, this is a block of the month, and I can't remember. I think it's 10 or 12 months. I don't remember off the top of my head. And each month you get blocks to do, and you get all the fabrics. And I got this beautiful stripe. This is the first time I've gotten this stripe. So they send you all the fabrics. This looks like it's going to be a lot. There's a lot of fabric here. It is. It's all these, what are they calling these? Greek keys is what they call all these blocks. And then these Christmas trees is what you can make in this kit. So this is a pattern that was designed by Susan Guzman. And you can subscribe, you can still subscribe to this and start making this beautiful quilt today. I don't know if I'm going to have this ready for Christmas. But this is what I've done so far. I've done all these different size stars and these presents. And then, so the presents are over here. These are the red stars. Oh, right here. And they're along the bottom. This is the flying geese unit right there. These are the green Greek keys, and it looks like we have the red ones this month, but these are the green, and then the green trees right here. And there were 4 of them. That was the first month. And then unfortunately I have a couple, I haven't caught up. Oh, I guess I have. I thought I had another month to do, but I don't. So I'm all caught up. I have gotten through all 4 months. Awesome. That makes me happy. I didn't know that I was. This is my extra fabric from that. And then all my patterns are in here that I've done. And then I've got kit 5. So, gosh, what is even left? Let's see. Looks like this Dresden, the bird, that like Ohio star type. Not too much is left in this, so interesting. Anyway, Yuletide kit number 5 from Annie's Craft Store. That's their Christmas one. I think they have another Christmas one too, and they have a couple of other quilts, and like I said, they've got knitting and crocheting, a woman's craft box or something like that, card making, tons of craft. Let me leave that out. Let me leave that out. Tons of different types of subscription boxes you can get into each month. So that's my Annie's Craft Store opening. Now, let's get to, let's see, let's put this over here. The light's better over here. Let's get to Sew Sampler, the mystery box. I just did the Liberty box. I'll put a link to that down below too. That was a blast. I really liked this year's Liberty box. I was a little iffy about last year's, but this year's I really liked. It was a lot of fun to open. And in my little quilt show, you saw the flag quilt that I did, which was in the Liberty quilt box. It wasn't too hard to put together. Let's see, this is June. Life is Good in June. Interesting. June 2023. And there is usually a code on the back for a discount. But let's start here. Life is Good in June, June 23. Okay, we got a Fat 8th bundle. Oh, pretty. So, Dinah Sunnyside Fat 8th bundle by Camille Roskelley, which I was told I was saying her name wrong. I was saying her Roskelley, and I guess it's Roskelley, so I'm sorry about that. And this is Sunnyside. Looks like we've got a bonus item. So this is a Fat Eighth bundle, value $21. It is easy to keep a sunny disposition with sunny side by your side. This 10-piece Fat Eighth bundle of Sunny Side by Camille Ross-Skelly for Moda Fabrics is full of rich, sumptuous colors ranging from cheddar and burgundy to soft green and blue. The vintage modern look is accentuated by vintage florals and classic prints that liven up any space. I feel like I just got the mini charm pack, which had Sunny Side in it, and I'm doing the Fat Quarter Designer 2023 Designer of the Month, and we're using Sunny Side fabrics in that too. So they are gorgeous. That is going to be a nice quilt with a lot of just beautiful, comforting colors again. But these are gorgeous. I wonder what kind of quilt we're going to do with these. That is absolutely beautiful. So that is the Fat Eighth bundle in here, and I'll have a link to that down below. And we got iron cleaner cloths. And a month or two ago, we got iron cleaner in one of our boxes. So maybe we can use it with this. The easy way to clean your iron surface removes fusible facings, sticky residues. Check out our entire product line. So, interesting. Heat iron for 1 minute on a medium-high setting. Lay iron clean sheet on top of a paper towel on the edge of your ironing board. White base of iron over clean sheet on the edge of your ironing board until the residue is removed. So that's kind of how I remove residue when I don't have an ironing cleaning cloth. Ugh, I just set my iron on my scissors, which have a plastic handle. I don't know what I was thinking. You can see, I set it right on there, so then I had to work to get that off my iron. Then it says white base of iron with clean paper towel. If several months of buildup has occurred, then more than one sheet may be required. Huh, they look like dryer sheets. So interesting. Bonus item. That is a value of $4. So what is next? Oh, let's see. So this is Creative Grids 4.5-inch square ruler, value $12.99. Let me open this real quick. We love to be square, especially when we're talking quilt blocks and rulers by Creative Grids. The 4.5-inch square ruler has the non-slip back and clear markings that are loved by quilters around the world, and this size is good to keep close at hand. I have one Creative Grids ruler and I really like it, but it's for circles, and I've thought about getting them too, because they do have this non-stick. You don't have to put whatever you buy on the back of it. It already has it on there. And it's got 2 circles here. Interesting enough, this is what we got in the Liberty box. A 4.5-inch square. So, oh wow, you can hear it. It does have that non-slip on the back of it. I have thought about getting these before, and I don't know, as I use this one, I may start converting over to Creative Grids. They're a little bit more expensive, but I think to do that, I mean, you can just feel that it is much stickier, and that would be great when you're putting it on your fabric. It's not going to move around. So, awesome! That is a $13 value. I'm very happy with that. So now I have 2 4.5-inch squares that I've gotten in the last week. And what do we have here? What's next? What is this? This looks interesting. G-Easy Organizing Stickers and Clips by GE Designs Fat Quarter Shop Limited Edition Exclusive. Value $11. When it comes to keeping fabric cuts organized, the G-Easy Organizing Stickers and Clips by GE Designs are a perfect pair. With 3 sizes of clips to sample, simply stick on the letters you use the most and clip all your cuts together. This sample set is available at Fat Quarter Shop. Are they stickers? I see what they're doing. Alphabetties do the same thing, but this might be, how do you open this? There it is. I will most definitely check this out because I use this type of stuff all the time. Oh, they even have numbers. Like, oh, this is a 2 3/4 square or something like that. Are they stickers? Oh, they're stickers. So I'm gonna guess they aren't reusable. I don't see that they're reusable, but I think it's a great idea. And this looks like you can maybe write your own. I'll have to look up that. I've never heard of these, so I don't know anything about them. But they've also got these long clips. And it shows them, oh, and it magnifies what's underneath it. It's interesting that it only goes through M. I guess you could add your own. I wonder if these are marking lines. Like you could mark where you need to do something? I don't know. Interesting. I'll have to check these out and see how other people are using these and see what it's all about. So, there you go. Another notion, like I said, did not know it existed. Goodness, that is sticky. Let's just leave it out. I did not know existed, and I'm going to have to check it out. I use labels all the time when I'm working on my patterns. And here is the quilt pattern. It's called Dinah Quilt Pattern. That is really pretty. Wow. I could go just for the inside. I don't even know that I would need the outside personally, but that is really pretty. That may be another one I'm doing. I don't do them all, but those colors are gorgeous, and I may just do the inside of that. So the Dinah Quilt Pattern, which is usually about a $10 value. Yep, $10. And it goes with this fabric. Very pretty. And they must have an in-house designer or something, because I can never find who designs these quilts. But they're Fat Quarter Shop, So Sampler exclusive as far as I know. I don't think you can buy these. So, Pressed Flowers. This is their quilt along they're doing, which I am doing. I am doing their quilt along this year that you get in the box. And these are, and oh, I forgot that I'm doing that. I'm using Annie's Fat Quarter, the bundles. I have a bundle that I'm using for this quilt along. So this is one of those months I got. And these are the first 2 months. This should be month 3. Block number 3. Yep, this is Pansy. And I don't remember what the first 2 were called. Let's see, we have Delphinium and we have Hyacinth. So this is kind of a preview of what mine's gonna look like. I'm also using my low volume Fat Quarter Club in the background. So that's going to be a pretty quilt in the end too. I think my mom's doing this one. I've never done their quilt along with their blocks and their sew sampler, but I am this year and I'm really happy with it. Flower themed. There's one more thing in here too. Let's put this away. And what do we got here? Sewing machine needle size 9014. Always use these. Can always use needles. A value of $3.74. This 5-count to 9014 sewing machine needles by Schmetz will keep your sewing machine looking sharp. This size and brand is a universal favorite and will work with most sewing machine brands. Suitable for quilt fabrics, you can never have too many Schmetz needles. And that's what I use. I actually use these types of needles. Probably go into my Janome Horizon because my Janome 1600 takes a special HX5, I think is what it takes, needle. So this is going into my Janome Horizon. Well, that was fun. Gorgeous fabrics. Gorgeous. She Camille Ruskelly does beautiful fabrics. I have loved the 2 lines of fabrics that I've worked with on, especially on like this year's 2023 Designer Mystery Black of the Month, which I think is still open. I think you can get notified when they have more of those coming along. I have a link to my first video down there if you want to check it out. And all these other fun stuff, things I did not know exist. The iron clean sheets, these marking tools, clips, which you know I use all the time, creative grids. So I get to check one of these out, and I may switch to these types of rulers. And then my gorgeous Annie's Fat Quarter Quilt Club and Yuletide block number 5. So hit the subscribe button, notification bell. You can see my progress on this. You can see if I use this in anything in the future. And maybe I'll make this quilt and you can see that. But anyway, thanks so much for hanging out with me and opening my fabrics with me. It is so much fun. I love sharing this with you. And I had so much fun making this video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!